Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, volume's good. Alright guys, I wasn't going to come on. I was going to just make my zucchini bread, take care of my seeds and everything. But I decided to go ahead when I saw this video. You guys aren't going to believe it. 1 second. Well, maybe I should wait till everybody gets in here. I'll just give everybody a minute to come in. There's a pileup in Pennsylvania like you would not believe. And I'll also look to see if, I'm going to scoop this a little bit closer. There we go. Weather. We want Pennsylvania. Let's see what the weather's doing in Pennsylvania. We got a 50-car pileup. That's not Pennsylvania. That's Pengzoy. What, Pennsylvania? Am I not spelling it right? Pennsylvania, America. Pennsylvania. Well, here's Pennsylvania furnace. So they had some fog and they had some snow. So we got a map here. Okay. So I'll play it now and then I'll play it again a little bit later when people come in. Here you go. Ready? Do you have your volume turned down some? Because it gets pretty loud. Matter of fact, let me turn my volume down. Just a tad. Hi. Here you go. Ready? It's shocking. I don't like accidents. Here we go. It's about 9 right there. I don't know how many are back the other way.
This is ridiculous. It's snow and fog mixed together, and it made the visibility down to 0.
Here it comes.
Oh, watch out, watch out! Oh, God.
He just like that guy.
Shit! Damn! My car is gone.
He had an angel.
I need to get all my shit out of my car, but it's too dangerous. And the shit's on fire. This shit.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that! I need to get the fuck off the road.
Yeah, you're smart, buddy.
Damn!
You're a good filmer too.
This is great. My car.
Good.
No.
Don't worry about your car, buddy.
Look at that fire! Oh my God!
Just be glad you didn't get too hurt. Some of these people might die.
Damn, this is crazy, man!
Getting hit by semis.
What am I going to do about the charger? My charger! Oh my gosh!
Maybe his phone's running low. Surely he's not the only one to have gotten So it's Schuylkill County. Hey, hey, Sherelle. Good to see you, sis. Yeah, did you see that? Did you see that? It was whack. Tell me if you want me to play it again, or you might could rewind it. So I did a video on my backup channel about this panic that happened. I can go ahead and play it. It was at an airport in Cancun, Mexico. There's all these people just running around like they heard a big bang, bang, like first they said, oh, it's a sign that fell, maybe, oh, it was the x-ray machine malfunctioned or something. So they're just screaming and running and panic. This lady that's got the camera in a minute, she's panicking. There's just so much fear, that could have been old, that plane there. This lady just kind of goes over the videos I already had, so I'll just play these real quick. Hi, brother. How you doing, Moon Rock? So, watch this girl. She's like, I need to go home. Where the bus? Crying because the sound. They think there's a gunshot. What's going on? Get out. Watch this black lady. She's funny. Girl, no. Be calm. Adrenaline's pumping.
Calm down. Get down. Stick it down. Put your mask on.
Put your mask on. I love it. Down. Put your mask on. It's awesome.
I don't know. I can't find my cousin.
Half of these girls are just Karens, aren't they? I mean, do we want to be around people that are that, panicked over really nothing? My mama always told me, no news is good news, Don't panic. Just be calm. Now, if you saw blood or something like that, I could understand. But everybody's crying. Everything's so emotional. Gotta call my mommy. And there's nothing. No shootings, no nothing. It was just like some x-ray machine. I can't believe it. There's a lot of drama queens. Yeah. Oh. Okay. I want to show you something else. This monkey. It's time for the monkey. I love the monkeys. When times get tough, howler monkeys turn to playtime for stress relief. Cambridge, England. A little levity can go a long way during rough times, even for monkeys. A new study reveals that some monkeys play to reduce tension and avoid conflict. In fact, the amount of playfulness actually increases when resources are scarce, scientists say. Researchers studying howler monkeys find that the primates play more when they have come together to forage for scarce food. The research team found play among Mexican howler and golden-mantled howler monkeys grow in line with the amount of time they spend foraging for fruit. I wish they would have put a video of the howler monkeys in here. I don't want to read this whole article. I get it. They play. But I kind of want to see a monkey playing right now. It just feels like the time. Let's look up a howler monkey. Okay, good to see you, brother. Call me later. Okay, cool. howler monkeys playing. Let's look up some playing howler monkeys. Let's see. Oh, yeah. You want me to tell you a story? I'll tell you a story, Sherelle. I went to the zoo with some of my friends, and let's see. I wish back then that I had like it on video. Okay, so we get up to the monkey enclosure. I'm like, I gotta go see the monkeys. They're like, you go ahead without us. I was like, okay. So I went by myself, and I get in there, and there's a whole group of people just right up near the cages, and just it was like a crowd, a big bunch of people, and I'm standing way back here behind the crowd, but I got a really good view. And I see this lady start pointing her finger at the monkey, and she goes, "Bad monkey, you're a bad monkey." And the monkey takes a hold of that gate and grabs it and pulls himself up to it and starts peeing on the whole crowd. I was laughing so hard. I came out of that enclosured area, and my friends, I was like, you missed it, man. You totally missed it.
Gold howler monkeys. The black ones are male. This is Mowgli. He's 19 years old. These are his daughters, Vita and Garcia. They are 14 and 15, respectively. So I'm giving these guys peanuts today. These guys do eat, they're leaf eaters, so they will eat just about any of these. There are 9 tail, although they rarely do that.
They're howling. Oh my.
So that the howling call that they do in the first thing in the morning, it's not what you would think. Most people, when you think of a howling, most of their time, about 85% of their waking time, rest in a tree, and they just eat as much as they can. Will turn black, and that's a very good visual cue for the females.
Play. I love monkeys. All right, that's it about the monkeys. Let's see. What else do I got? Okay, here's Ron DeSantis, Florida. He's trying to help the parents, have their children where their parents can teach them stuff instead of these schools, and they got more rights and stuff. He's a pretty good guy. I don't have much faith left in politicians, but he seems like a really good guy. It says Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signs bill banning classroom lessons on sexual orientation or gender identity in kindergarten through 3rd grade, legislation known by critics as the Don't Say Gay bill. So, these kids are too young to be knowing about sex. It's just not right that they go in there and, I'm not going to say some of the things I've heard them say. Where the teacher wants to show them stuff.
So much experience. You are the leader of this country. Because it's ridiculous. Nobody believes we're going to take down. I was talking about taking down Putin. Nobody believes that. So much experience. You are the leader of this country. Because it's ridiculous.
You were talking about taking down Putin. Actually, somebody will put the two side by side. They'll put, Biden saying, we're going to take down Putin, and then they'll put this. Nobody said that. That's just, they speak out of both sides of their mouth. Tell him I will thrash them, Putin replies to Zelensky's peace plan. Russian oligarch Roman Abramovich said, I wonder if he's related to that one Abramovich lady, said he presented Putin, if not, he probably hates having that last name, said he presented Putin with a handwritten note from Zelensky outlining the terms Ukraine would consider to end the war. Look at that picture of Putin. He's like wanting to get his hands on them Nazis. Putin has appointed Chechen leader, this is not good, Ramzan Kadyrov as lieutenant general of Russia's armed forces. This is the leader, the jihadi guy. In a video shared to Telegram, the mayor of Irpin said that the city had been liberated from Russian control. We don't know what to believe. So I'm just going to play what this guy is saying. And, just for further record, we don't know if it's true or not. But he might be under duress. He might be reading a script. Who knows? Says, good day to Irpin community.
Доброго дня, Ірпінська громада. У нас сьогодні є приємні новини.
Irpin was liberated today. A mopping up operation is now in progress. I want to thank the servicemen of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, the Territorial Defense Forces, the National Police, and Special Police units. I want to thank the Main Intelligence Directorate. Guys, when we are together, we are a force. Friends, I address our residents. It is impossible to return to Irpin yet. It is still dangerous. We are securing our new positions and will continue to advance and liberate Bucha, Hostomel, Volsel. Understand there will be more attacks on our town and we will defend it courageously. Irpin is Ukraine. Glory to Ukraine. Okay. I keep saying glory to Ukraine. I'm not saying glory to Ukraine. He said glory to Ukraine. So this is right before he signs that thing, that education thing. Sorry, I don't have it all set up together, but.
And so we will continue to recognize that in the state of Florida, parents have a fundamental role in the education, healthcare, and well-being of their children. We will not move from that. I don't care what corporate media outlets say. I don't care what Hollywood says. I don't care what big corporations say. Here I stand. I'm not backing down.
I think you guys have a straight governor. Someone with morals and, he's got righteousness on his side. I thank God for people like that. They're very few and far between. This was something that I posted, but it was something else I was going for. Shoot, I don't know. Here it is. Okay, this is about Marjorie Taylor Greene. It's 15 seconds, and I think it speaks for itself, if I remember correctly. Oops.
And you know what? Pete Buttigieg can take his electric vehicles and his bicycles, and he and his husband can stay out of our girls' bathrooms.
I like her.
Yeah, and you know what? Pete Buttigieg can take his electric vehicles and his bicycles, and he and his husband can stay out of our girls' bathrooms.
Oh man, I like her. Okay, Russians use abduction, hostage taking to threaten Ukraine. This is not good. And I'm still laughing from the last story, but I'm sorry, this is like a roller coaster. Okay, ever since the start of the war in Ukraine, the Russian armed forces have been bullying. I'm still thinking about Marjorie Taylor Greene. Okay, let me breathe a second. Sometimes I get tickled and I just can't help it. I was also thinking about that judge too. There's a judge in Sacramento, California, that's the first open transgender. So we'll look forward to seeing, you know, the one that's in charge of the health. I forget her name. And now we'll have her for a judge. Can you imagine, like, a traffic ticket and having to go be serious in a courtroom, and your judge is like a guy, but he's like wearing a dress and he's judging you? Okay, let me calm down. Okay. Ever since the start of the war in Ukraine, the Russian armed forces have been bullying and threatening journalists, and they've been killing them too, and local media in the conquered territories to prevent them reporting the facts and get them to spread Kremlin propaganda. Reports Without Borders condemns these acts of intimidation, which include abduction. I'm messing with my dog's ear. She keeps bugging her. Okay, which include abduction and calls on the Russian authorities to stop harassing Ukrainian journalists. What with the death threats, kidnapping, and enforced disappearance, the Russian soldiers have been getting more and more inventive in their attempts to make Ukrainian journalists cooperate as the war in Ukraine enters its second month. Remember when they said it was going to be 2 days? Their latest misdeed was to take journalist Svetlana Zalistevska. That was pretty good, actually. Saying that, I don't know if I could do it again. 75-year-old father hostage in the southeastern city of Melitopol on March 23rd. As a condition for his release, they say that Zalistevska, I didn't do it good that time, the editor of the city's main newspaper, Golovna Gazeta Melitopola, and the RIA Melitopol News website, must come to the Russian army. She fears the city's occupiers will demand her collaboration or the shutdown of her news site. I am probably not going to read all of this, but abduction for state. Okay, people are being abducted. A lot of like journalists. Journalists in the occupied territory sometimes receive visits from Russian soldiers and are temporarily detained. So they're, like arresting them and questioning them, letting them go, and then grabbing them up again and just torturing them. The Russian military have threatened to kill Irina Starsilets, a correspondent for the National News Agency. The mobile phone number, address, and passport data of Anastasia Volkova, a journalist for the LOT TV channel in the Lugansk region, were posted online by pro-Russian activists at the start of March, along with calls for her to be punished for criticizing the Kremlin. So we already got, like, I know Russia's like a dictator, okay? Let's not, Let's not praise Ukraine or Russia here. And they're kidnapping a bunch of the leaders of cities, the mayors. So that's that one. Got that one on there a couple times. There's that Marjorie. There's the monkey. Okay. The weather. Let's refresh. For Pennsylvania, it really doesn't look too bad. I think it was just because of all the fog, and then just people don't know how to drive in the rain and the snow and all that. At least 3 were dead after the snow squalls in Pennsylvania lead to fiery 50 vehicle crash on Interstate 81. At least 3 people were killed on Pennsylvania Highway Monday after a fiery collision involving more than 50 vehicles during a snow squall. Schuylkill County Coroner Dr. David Moylan warned Monday afternoon that the death toll could run higher because the search of the scene hadn't yet been completed because of burning vehicles. The fiery crash occurred on Interstate 81 about 10:30 a.m. near Minersville, about 100 miles northwest of Philadelphia. John Blickley of the county's emergency management offices told USA Today. Footage uploaded to social media showed an out-of-control tractor-trailer smash into a large dump truck, turning it nearly 180 degrees. Another large truck spewed black smoke and orange flames into the air, and a SUV struck a passenger car, sending the sedan spinning, narrowly missing its driver, who stood on the shoulder of the highway, shrouded in snow and fog. Okay, I've got the video, so here's some pictures. They're investigating the crash. Some people were trapped in their cars. 3 tractor trailers were on fire, and at least 2 other small fires were reported, he said. Video shared on social media shows several tractor trailers and other vehicles crashing into other stopped vehicles, and onlookers watching black smoke and flames rising from what appears to be a tanker truck. In one video, people off camera can be heard yelling as multiple vehicles are seen colliding in less than a minute. Blickley said he expects portions of the interstate to be shut down well into the morning hours until police are able to complete their investigation and begin moving vehicles. He said more snow squalls are expected this afternoon. The squalls will quickly reduce the visibility to under 1/2 of a mile and coat the roads with snow. Forecasters said, urging drivers to get off the road if possible or turn on hazard lights and gradually slow down to avoid chain reaction vehicular accident. If you're ever in an accident like this, get out of your car and get off the road, because it will... I'm going to go ahead and play it again. This is so crazy. Make sure you're well off the road, because somebody could be going, 50 miles an hour. And always have assured clear distance, like extra when it's snowing, or ice, or rain. Some people have never seen an accident like this. They have no idea. Look at that. There's nowhere to go, guys.
This is ridiculous. It's snow and fog mixed together, and it made the visibility down to 0.
Look.
Oh, watch out! Oh, God!
Oh.
Shit! Damn!
like I'm getting
My car is
off
gone!
the road.
I need to get all my shit out of my car. But it's too dangerous.
You're smart, buddy.
And this shit's on fire. This shit. Oh, look at that.
Look
I
at
need to
that
get the
big
fuck off
truck.
the road.
That's a big old truck.
Damn.
That red truck is
This is crazy. My car. No. Look at that fire. Oh my God.
Oh, man.
Damn, this is crazy, man.
Here,
What am I going to do
they're
about the
just
charger?
Bam, bam.
The charger. Oh my gosh.
Off in the distance, you can still hear them. Bam, bam. Oh, 50 cars. Let me see what you guys are saying. You're on the phone? Yep, we're having Bible study. Okay, good. That's good. We're reading Acts. So, it's been really good lately. Last night I went to one where they were reading Hebrews. It was really good too. Barbaric Russians snatch 40,000 Ukrainians from cities and so, okay, I watched this one video, you guys, that was, they crucified a Russian, like literally, put him on a cross, some sort of wood thing, and it was kind of dark. I mean, dark like at night, you know, it was very dark, like really evil dark, but I don't know, kind of changed my whole perspective of things. Like, I mean, I've thought about that before, like, what if they start doing that? They did it back then, they could do it today, you know, it's a possibility, like, but to actually, like, and I've seen another, there was a black guy that I saw that was hung for one, and his body was all puffed up, like fat, and just like swollen and everything. And so I had that image in my head when I watched this too, and people are really evil. People are so mean. I wish Jesus would come. I'm ready to go home so bad. I don't want to be tortured like that. There was a little plank or little, like, it looked metal. It was about this big. And you can't even get 1 foot on that. Your toe, like, to press down to hold yourself up. And they hadn't, like, pushed it up in the air yet. They were just like, you could hear the hammer and screaming. They were, you know, putting his hands to it. But they were like wrapping something around his arms or something to, you know, hold him down. And it was brutal. Like, just like that people could do such things. And, you know, all of humanity's going to be enslaved, and they're telling people that it's going to be, you're going to have nothing and you'll be happy. That's not true. You'll have nothing. You'll wear some VR glasses or something, or you'll be hooked into the hive mind, but they can torture you. They can torture your mind inside of that. So none of this here on earth is, it's not going to get better. It's going to keep getting worse. That's the problem. Like, if we could say, oh, there's hope, you know, we have this leader and that leader and they're getting together and they're thinking about, you know, taking out these leaders. That's not happening. They're not, if Putin really was like a good leader and he would know where these other oligarchs are, and, you know, like maybe a group of rich people that know other rich people where they live. They could take them out or something and get the ones at the top, and then that would, you know, cut the head off of the snake. But that's not going to happen. I mean, the Bible's pretty clear that that's not going to happen. I mean, if it were possible, you know, I would say there was, hope for this thing to turn around, but got people out here snatching up 40,000 Ukrainians. The barbaric Russians snatched 40,000 Ukrainians from cities and forced them into slave labor. And like the Chinese, they have all those Uyghurs. There's like a whole bunch of Muslims that they've got that are slaves, and they have just no care for humanity. They don't love humans. They're evil. They see this, a woman, a grandma probably, with her grandbaby, and they're crying and they're cold and they're hungry. They're not getting any food or water, and they think that's funny. They laugh at that. Sad, man. You'll have nothing and they will be happy. Zelensky is not who the American media make him out to be. Yeah, they're like, praise Zelensky, praise Ukraine, and they put down Putin, which that's, fine, but they're no better. That was that oil fire. And they take out each other's food, they take out each other's oil, but it's not against the leaders, it's against all these people. It's against humanity. They're just coming at us. They're coming at us hard, and they're going to keep coming. So just, take care of your family and love your family. Love everyone. Yeah, this is what we read last night. Let's see what this one is. Secretary of State Antony Blinken. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Pentagon reconsidering troop levels in Europe amid Russia's invasion. More than 90,000 American troops are on the ground in Europe now. So we got 90,000 people from America in Europe. What do you guys think about what I was saying yesterday about Poland? About Europe and the oil and the wine, the olive oil and the grapes. I think something's going to happen to Europe. They might do something while the Americans are over there. 80,000 U.S. troops when the year began, of the U.S. troops based in Europe, either permanently stationed or participating in heel-to-toe rotations from bases stateside. But as Russia amassed more troops on the Ukrainian border and then launched a full-on invasion in late February, the number of Americans posted along NATO's eastern front has swelled, with more than 90,000 throughout Europe. So I'm trying to figure out, is a troop a person? Because one time I looked it up and a troop was 40 to 50 people. And if that's the case, you can times that number by 4 or 5. Those troops are in place temporarily to reassure allies, the Pentagon has said, but a senior defense official told reporters Friday that the ongoing war in Ukraine has forced the Defense Department to rethink its numbers in Europe. There's been no permanent posture decision. There's no serious negotiations with other nations in terms of permanent posture right now, the official said, but I think it's safe to assume that the security environment in Europe is now radically different than it was before. In recent years, the U.S. has leaned more on rotational forces training with local troops from the Baltics down to Bulgaria as permanent bases in Germany have closed. Now, with Russia's unprovoked hostility considered a very real threat to NATO countries, there may be a call for more U.S. troops in Europe, either permanent or rotational. But it's safe to assume we have frankly our allies who will be looking at what posture should be like going forward longer term. That was a topic of discussion at the NATO summit yesterday, the official said. No decisions made, of course, no specific proposals debated or discussed, but the issue of what the security posture in Europe needs to look like long term absolutely is being discussed. Well, I mean, do I need to really read on? They're not going to tell us anything, but you know they have been doing like exercises and things for several years now. Over there in the Black Sea, there was last January. I think there was another one this January. So there's been a lot of exercises going on in many places. It's like they knew that they were going to do this a long time ago. They already know their plans. They're like, oh, we're just barely discussing it. We don't have any real plans. Which I'm glad, because if you're going to do something, you shouldn't like just display it everywhere, which is normally what they do these days. I don't think that's how they used to do it years ago, did they? Yeah, over there today, and then here tomorrow, or next year. Yep. Well, I planted my bok choy. I planted some cilantro. And I still have, I'm not going to plant these till fall. I'm going to plant some thyme, because I still have time to grow thyme. It's been cold here, like really cold, like 40s or something. Too cold. Hopefully tomorrow will be warmer and dry, because I want to get out there and plow the garden some. Will this be the Shemitah cycle that changes everything? The first month of the biblical calendar begins this week. So they have like 4 calendars in Israel. Did you guys know that? I've known that for like a year or so. But this biblical calendar shows the beginning of the year being like the 2nd of April. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 days. Well, so some people say that Nisan, whatever the number is on their biblical calendar, which would be April 2nd, would be the beginning of the year. And that was possibly Rosh Hashanah. So there is a possibility Jesus could come on Saturday or Sunday. But the other thing I wanted to look at was the full moon. Sherelle, do you know when the next full moon is? Or the new moon? Let's see. So we're looking for the one where, see how you got some that are just like barely a little sliver? So I want to see April. Full moon cycle for April 2022. April 2022. See the sliver on April the 2nd? See, and it's just completely dark on Friday. So that's only days away now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. And then the next day, or the next day, like the 2nd or the 3rd, see how the sliver, like you might not be able to see that with your naked eye. So the two witnesses would say, we don't see it yet. And then the next day they look again and they see the sliver. So it might be Sunday. But this could actually be the coming of the Lord. It's just possible. I'm always looking. And it does start a Shemitah cycle. If you don't know what a Shemitah is, I think that is a 7-year cycle. And what's that guy's name that was all into the blood moons being on the blood moons were on the feast days, and so it was a big deal. Everybody was like, blood moon, you know, like there's been 4 in a row on a festival or a feast day. I'm trying to think of that guy's name. Anyway, shoot. And then there was a guy on YouTube, and I misplaced his name in my brain too. Scotty Clark. But the other guy was the one that found it and then, you know, figured it out. And then Perry Stone is who I heard it from, and he gave credit to that guy. Mark something maybe. I can't remember. So, and he's like, talks like he's a preacher, but can't think of his name. Let's see. April 5th, there's junction of Mars and Saturn, both war planets. Oh boy. I believe it's April 1st. It's a Pisces new moon. Yeah, so it looked like it already took it down, didn't I? So I think it'll either be the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd. I don't know. But I look for Jesus every day anyway. April Fool's Day. Oh my gosh. 2018, it was a super blue moon in 2018, and that's when I found out who the Antichrist was and how our calendar is ran. How is your calendar run, Sherelle? Are you part of a church group tonight, K King? I can post it in there. I believe I made a video about it, and it's on my OneDrive. Yeah, K King, do you come to our Bible study on Discord? You can if you want to. Yeah, I can actually post a link in there, but just make sure you don't go to the general. I'm not trying to be mean. If anybody from that server takes offense to what I'm saying, but they know. I go up there and try to get roles for people, and they'll go 666 and stuff like that. So it's just a little hole in the wall down at the bottom of the server that we meet in, right down here. And let's see, let me get you an invite. I'll post it in here. If you don't have Discord, you'll have to download Discord. And it's Debate Flat Earth server. It's not my server, but we just meet there. Sometimes we could meet somewhere else if we want to, but we haven't had the need to. So we just do it there. But one day we're not going to be able to do that anymore. I mean, now's the time. If you want to meet with other believers and just grow in the Lord and dig your roots down deep and, you know, just dig into some scriptures and discuss it with people. I like it like that. You know, you can't really do that at church much. As soon as church is over, people head to the restaurant, you know, and then, well, sometimes, you know, churches have meets in people's homes and small groups and things like that. But, yeah, it's hard to find a good church these days. So yesterday, or was it yesterday, I played the video of the terror attack where the 2 terrorists shot at the border police. These 2 officers were killed during that terror attack. And they had just been photographed by a police photographer at their base just hours before they were killed. So these are Israeli police officers that were killed in that terrorist attack. Aren't they cute? And they look so happy together. I really hope Jesus, like, if people don't know about him, like, truly know that, you know, he shed his blood and died for them, that he's the savior of the world. If they truly don't know that, I hope in their dying moments that he extends that time and gives them a vision or something like that. I just see God as being very fair, but, you know, if they've had an opportunity to get saved, it's really like you had one chance. Some people get 2 or 3 or 4 chances, you know. But we all get at least one. I truly believe that. All right, this is what is this guy's name? Kennedy, Robert Kennedy Jr. He's big time. I don't think I can play this though, so I'm gonna skip that one. So we got like an hour before Bible study. All right, I want you to see this clip of Obama. It's only 21 seconds.
And for the international order that we have worked for generations to build.
An international order which we have worked generations to build.
Men and women are too small-minded to govern their own affairs.
Men and women are too small-minded to govern their own affairs. He just called you small-minded.
Order and progress can only come when individuals surrender their rights to an all-powerful sovereign.
Just surrender your rights to an all-powerful sovereign. Some people think he's the Antichrist.
And for the international order.
He calls it an international order. Let's listen to it one more time and I'll be quiet.
And for the international order that we have worked for generations to build. Ordinary men and women are too small-minded to govern their own affairs. That order and progress can only come when individuals surrender their rights to an all-powerful sovereign.
So this is, you know, what the Antichrist is going to expect of you. I know you guys have already seen this with the slap and all that, but I'm going to play it while I take the dog out real quick because I don't have anything to play right this second, and the dog is, I don't want the dog peeing on something. So I'll let you watch Chris Rock get slapped by Will Smith again.
And now, Macbeth loved it. I love the part where it said, King Lear don't got nothing on me. Y'all gotta see it, it's really good. You know who's got the hardest job tonight? Javier Bardem and his wife are both nominated. Now, if she loses, he can't win. He is praying that Will Smith wins. Like, please, Lord. Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. Nick Mike's name out your fucking mouth. Wow, dude. Yeah. It was a G.I. Jane joke. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth! I'm going to, okay? Okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay. Okay. So we are here to give a documentary out, to give an Oscar out for Best Documentary. Now, the beauty of documentaries, because they make you, when you watch one, you feel smart. Like you watched them, like, you know, like you read a book or something. But all you really did was get high and watch Netflix. So here we go. Here we go.
Okay, so like Alex Jones was saying that he thought this was fake, and I understand, but let's just pause it. No, let's just watch her face. That's a real look of disgust. I mean, she's a good actress. He's laughing, but when he sees that she's hurt, I think I think it could have been real, man. I mean, that was some good acting if it wasn't real. So, anyway, who cares? The guy got slapped. So what? I wanted to show you my biggest Roma tomato plant. That's the biggest one. So it's the first two leaves are right down here. Those are just like the plant's food or whatever. Like from the seed, it can get that far. And then from there, this set of leaves are called the true leaves. So it's got its true leaves, and then it's got another set of leaves that are grown. That's as far as that I've gotten with that. Same with a couple of the jalapeno peppers, which I love the jalapeno peppers. So I'm finding the trick is to just plant them at the right time and keep the soil warm and moist. That's the best trick. Romas are not like super easy to grow. Some dirt on me. Planting time. So yeah, I've got some good stuff growing, and then I'm gonna plant some okra this year again. I love the okra. I feel bad about what I said earlier because now I know about Jada's condition. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, like, why is she bald? And that was so uncalled for him to go there. I would punch his face too if I was a man. Yeah, I thought about that too. Like, if you're gonna go for it, just punch him. Maybe there's a difference. So, thanks, Sherelle. Yeah. I'm not sure. Can I go live on a phone? I don't know if I can. If you have to have 1,000 subscribers, or you might have to use a different app or something like that. I'll try to figure it out because I want to do some videos out there at my garden. Attorney General candidate John Gordon vows to investigate 2020. We will expose the truth, he says. I mean, he's an attorney general. That's his job, right? I don't know why it's like this late, why he hasn't done it before. President Donald J. Trump brought multiple candidates and political hopefuls up to the stage during his hotly anticipated Save America rally. So RSBN has been covering a lot of the Trump rallies, and they show the crowd, which he goes on and on about. But they're always there for his rallies, and I really like RSBN. At least 6 people were killed and several others were injured during deadly rock slide in Oman. Look at this. Look at that. Bible says every island and mountain shall be moved. Further slides slowed the rescue efforts at their quarry in Ibri al-Dahariya. I don't know if I said that right. Oman is near Saudi Arabia. Wow, they got some major equipment there. One of them's on its side. Look at that. Must have been hit by some of those rocks. Rocks are so dangerous. So are trees. But guess what? I used a chainsaw this year. I didn't do a lot. I just cut one piece of wood so far. But hey, I'm a girl and I used a chainsaw. How about that? What condition does Jada have? I was wondering. Did she lose her hair? And the crooked shall be made straight, and the rough places plain. Amen. K King found it. You got a snowblower, Chris? Thanks for coming. I have never used a snowblower. Oh, K King, you've used a chainsaw for 40 years? Oh, that's awesome. Is yours electric or gas? Mine's electric, so I don't think I've started it yet myself, though. But I will. Russian railways say freight rail shipments to Finland are halted. So they're cutting off Russia from the world, you guys. And just get ready. That wheat, the Bible prediction of the wheat, it's going to come true. Because you got Ukraine. They're not having their crops this year. And Russia's cut off. So that's 75% of the world's grain. What if China was like, oh, we're not going to send you rice anymore? I mean, no pasta, no rice, no bread. We're like, the world's in trouble. And then the oil, all of that stuff, they know what they're doing. Here's this guy I was reading earlier, how he's in charge of something now. Russian sources claim Kedrov arrived in Mariupol last night and met with the commander of the 8th Army, General Mordvichev, which was, according to Ukraine, killed at the airfield in Chernobyevka on March 18th. So this Chechen guy is meeting with this guy that they said was killed. So they're saying he's not dead. It was reported that he's dead, but he's not dead. There he is.
Вот так говорит наш командующий, самый лучший командующий.
He's alive. So, somebody had fake news. All right, Dr. Tenpenny is talking about some things. So, I'm not allowed to talk about it on here, but I don't know if you can read this, but anyone who's over 30, pay attention. Really, anybody who's had the you-know-what, better read that. Here, let me make it big for you. See it? Right there? I don't think I can highlight it either. No, it won't let me highlight it. So, by the end of this year, all right, I can't really talk about it. Not allowed. Because the WHO is keeping track of all that stuff, and they're in charge. Not the doctors, all the ones who've done experiments and things. They're not in charge. Okay, last year, Biden told a kid to look at my eyes, and he pledged to her, I guarantee you we're going to end fossil fuels. So she doesn't know what,
but kiddo, I want you to just take a look, okay? You don't have to agree, but I want you to look at my eyes. I guarantee you, we're going to end fossil fuel, and I am not going to cooperate.
Yeah. She doesn't know. She's been told some things, what that would do for the earth if you end fossil fuel. But pretty much, death to a lot of people if you end fossil fuel. It's going to snow there Wednesday. Well, did you see what happened to Pennsylvania? Here, I'm almost done. I think I've only got 2 more things, but let me show you this again before. So make sure you're not on the roads, Chris. Guy in the car drives me crazy. It's like,
this is ridiculous. It's snow and fog mixed together, and it made the visibility down to 0. And oh, watch out! Oh, shit! Damn, my car is gone. I need to get all my shit out of my car, but it's too dangerous. And the shit's on fire! This shit... Oh, look at that! I need to get the fuck off the road!
I don't blame him, but I would have loved to seen that red truck hit his car.
My car! No!
This poor guy.
Look at that fire! Oh my god!
It's terrible. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is crazy,
Bang.
man.
Bang. Oh.
What am I going to do about the charger? My charger! Oh my gosh!
I hope nobody died. That's just terrible. What's AE 9/11 truth? I'll try to remember. Let me show a couple more things, and then I'll look at that one. Where was I? Yeah, I'm almost done. All right. So there's this one, and then the next one. That's it. Ukraine's government's willing to consider declaring neutrality and offering security guarantees to Russia, including keeping the country nuclear free. President Volodymyr Zelensky has said. So he's starting to give in, I guess, a little bit. He's going to keep, but he's just like, you know, he doesn't say anything about, oh, we won't be NATO. He just says we'll keep it nuclear free. Willing to consider declaring neutrality. Staying neutral. Okay, well, that means NATO then. Like, he's not gonna, he's considering. So we have no final thing. Okay, here's this lady from New York. I call her a lady, but she really isn't acting like a lady.
Stop it! Stop fucking taking me from my place.
Look what she's got in her hand.
What you doing? Holy shit.
I don't know what she took, but
Damn!
she took her wig off.
Stop it! Stop fucking taking me from my place.
One more time.
What you doing?
Can you believe that?
Shit.
Do you guys know about that movie? On the top of that taxi right there, turning red. I heard there's something about that that's not good. I didn't look into it, but okay, this was the one I was telling you about. I'm not gonna play it because it's graphic. But this guy right here, I can make it big because you don't see anything. It's dark out and everything. There's 5 guys here. And it's sad. They crucify him, but you can hear him banging the nails probably into his hands, and you could hear him tape him up, and you can hear him scream and stuff, and it just threw me for like a loop. It's bad. People are getting barbaric out there. Ukrainian Azov, I forgot about this one. They burned people alive. So they're saying that the Ukrainian Azov, that's probably one of the oblasts, like a county in Ukraine. They're saying it's ISIS. That they've got ISIS in there in Ukraine. And they're burning people alive. You should pray they stay berries in Ukraine. You should pray they stay berries. Berries? I don't understand that. Berries? Okay, 1,000 Ukrainian rightists, led by the notorious right sector, surrounded, stormed, and burned the House of Trades Unions in Odessa last Friday, killing 39 pro-Russian demonstrators in the building. On their way to attacking the Union Hall, which was occupied by anti-Kiev government demonstrators fearing for their lives, the rightists recruited members of a Ukrainian football club, the Chernomorets, according to numerous reports in the European press and online. Many of those who attacked and burned the building wore swastikas and other fascist insignias, according to observers. Eyewitnesses said that the fascists were armed with bats, shields, and metal chains, and that the people inside the Union Hall had run there for protection from them. After the attack by the rightists, streets around the trade union headquarters were reportedly stained with the blood of those who had jumped from windows to escape the flames. Women and children were reported to be among those burned alive after initial rounds of shots and Molotov cocktails were thrown into the building by the right-wingers. Their right-wingers are different than our right-wingers, just so you know. The right-wingers who burned the Union headquarters had already set another pro-Russian encampment in Odessa afire. The encampment consisted of rows of tents in Odessa's Kulikova Field Square. Police said that many of the victims at the House of Trade Unions had choked to death before burning up. The majority of the victims were found lying dead on the floors, but some had jumped from the windows, according to the police. As the Union Hall was engulfed in flames, photos posted on Twitter showed people hanging out of windows and sitting on windowsills where they appeared to be preparing to jump. According to numerous reports, those who jumped and survived were surrounded and beaten by right-wingers, including members of the football team. The videos and photos showed Ukrainian riot police standing there doing nothing to stop or prevent the violence. The Ukrainian police said they could do nothing because they were unarmed. Great. Police officers that are unarmed. Right Sector has bragged about its role in the killings online and on YouTube. At first, we broke through the side, and then we came through the main entrance, said one pro-Kyiv rightist who identified as a member of the group. As the building burned, some of the pro-Kiev activists said on Twitter that Colorado beetles are being roasted up in Odessa. They're calling them bugs, like insects. Using a derogatory term for the St. George ribbons worn by many of the anti-Kiev government demonstrators. I'm not sure what that's about. There were few official media outlets present, thus the heavy reliance on live-streamed social media. The aim is to completely clear Odessa of pro-Russians, said Dmitry Rogovsky, another right sector activist whose hand was injured during the fighting. Increasing violence by the rightists is a growing embarrassment to the U.S. and the European Union, which have backed the right-wing coup in Kiev and have tried to pin the blame for Ukraine's trouble in Russia. Leading circles in those countries had hoped to use the coup government to force an IMF-designed austerity program on the Ukraine. If the right-wingers continue to embarrass the West, however, US, EU, and IMF plans for Ukraine could go awry. I think this thing keeps building, guys. I think it keeps going. And like where they were looting and stuff, they're going to keep looting. I mean, people are starving. They're going to loot. Are they going to keep tying them to the trees? Now are they going to start burning people inside of buildings? Like, how barbaric are these people? Are they going to get more jihadis? Are they going to go to Kazakhstan, where those people did a coup against their government? Russia came in, left. China came back in after they left. And what happened? We don't hear, because China's got the social credit score. We'll never hear now, because those people are probably getting tagged and tracked, and that's what they're doing to the whole world. We're all getting tagged and tracked. That's, what this is all about is a digital ID when it comes down to it, in my opinion. What was this one? Did I do this one yesterday? Woman arrested in India for wishing peace, unity, and harmony. You see how backwards everything's getting? When you say peace or unity or harmony now, you're the bad person. So, the bad people are going to get taken away. They're going to call us bad. That could happen Saturday. That could happen this Saturday, the 2nd. That Nissan, whatever it is, Nissan 1 or whatever, is one of the 4 biblical calendars in Israel, meaning the first day of the year. That could be Rosh Hashanah. And it's a sliver, like they're looking for the sliver of the moon on Rosh Hashanah. Just saying, it is one of the calendars. We're at the edge of this thing. Okay, actually I have 2 more. This one's about the transgender judge, and then there's one about Elon Musk. So that's him, or, if you want to call him or her, she's a judge. She is a judge in Sacramento, California. And in, first openly transgender person to be appointed to the bench in the Golden State. She's humbled, honored, and thrilled. So, creating a vision of California for all. Well, I'm not going to envision you anymore in my life if I can help it. And then Elon Musk. This is the last one. Elon Musk unveils Optimus. Well, I'm probably not going to click on that. So it says a humanoid robot where you will download your personality. Let me see if I can read it. Elon Musk's experiments with artificial intelligence just took a wild turn that leaves us puzzled. Today the least? To say the least? They said day. It says day instead of say. See, I'm not clicking on that. I don't know what I'm accepting. Last year, he had previously presented the Tesla bot. Seeing this being a Elon Musk article and the AI and all that stuff, I'm not clicking on that. A humanoid-shaped robot with capabilities that came from his car technology company. He promised to deliver the first actual prototype before the end of 2022 and begin production on a moderate number of models for sale in 2023. But what shocked us even more is Optimus, a perfected humanoid robot that will have the capabilities to have the personality of its owner. If you buy one of these robots, you will be able to download many of your traits to it and make it behave like you do. Sounds creepy, but that's where technology has gotten us thus far. Elon Musk says this is the Tech Insider. You could go to that on Twitter. Says people might download their personalities onto a humanoid robot Tesla is making, which he says could be in moderate volume production next year. So what I want to say about this is I did a Bible code one time about artificial intelligence, and it said at the bottom of the main thing that I was looking at, it will become you. That's what this is about. He wants your artificial intelligence robot to replace you. Isn't that nice? That's what the goal is. But guess what? Up here in the top where there's, I was looking up the different types of artificial intelligence. We had Simon, which is the one that they sent to the ISS, the artificial intelligence. They made it look all kind of cutesy, little, box thing, the cute little face on it, just generic, kind of like what I saw in heaven. But anyway, when I had a dream, it said near Simon, it will be too late. So I just took that like God was trying to show me that, they got plans to replace us human beings, but it's going to be too late for Satan. Too late. He's got 7 years. That's it. You should check out the Oh, the AE911. AE911. Let's go there now. I'll see if I can find it. Oh boy, I got 30 minutes. Is this the one? Are you still there, Chris? Hi, Serbian. Good to see you. Yeah, it's disgusting. Okay, King. They need to end the war. Up is down and down is up. Yep. And Jesus told us that would be also, didn't he? They will believe the lie because they refuse to love the truth. Okay, so this is the right one. Walmart trip with civilian 3 hours for a basket of things. You could have got in and out within 10 minutes if you were decent and not a free market shopper. Did you get your car yet, Serbian? You still looking for a car? So this guy has good videos, eh? I don't... Thermite. Oh, thermate. Is that the stuff that they used on 9/11? Yep. So he does a lot of information about 9/11. That's cool. Global failure. I like when people use video, like a thumbnail, like a picture. He needs to put pictures for these. It would really help his channel. It's probably got 1 million people though, right? 66,000. Okay. Cool. Thanks. I'll subscribe. Well, guys, I'm going to get off of here. And, oh, this. I need to add this to my Discord. I keep forgetting to do that. Blinken is meeting in Israel about the Abrahamic Accords. So just say that they got more people that they want to add to it. What's he doing there, right? Like it's all in the process again. They're working it out, the details. They've already done this for what? When did they start on this? Was it 2 years ago? So we've been waiting and waiting for them to get the covenant with many together here. And they were saying more people are going to join. Now, it's also been called the Circle of Peace. So Israel's been doing their own thing to gather nations and things. And they've been building an underground thing where they've got 70 seats. They've got their Sanhedrin. They've been practicing their sacrificing of the lamb, not inside the city, but outside the walls. And on the Mount of Olives, they let a Gentile do that last Passover. I wonder what they'll do this Passover. When is Passover? Let's look at that before I go. Passover 2022. April the 15th. So you know they're going to want to sacrifice another lamb. Jesus is the lamb. It hurts his feelings that they're trying to shed blood of an animal when his innocent blood was for all time. And so that really made me cry that first year they did that. I cried. I was like, Jesus, I'm sorry. They're just like stomping on your blood. See that right there? That bread on the screen? That's challah bread. I'm going to make that. Maybe I'll make it for, if we're still here, I'll try to make it for Passover. That would be lovely. It's really good bread. Takes a long time. And then you can, I saw a different way of braiding it too. I'm going to try. Trying to get a new investigation on how the towers came down. Well, you know, they're shoving all these things under the rug. They can't let it out that they were involved, because then it would, taint their name. They might lose money or something for some sort of peace prize. Maybe they've gotten the award for the peace prize like Obama did. And they would lose their money for when they go speak and stuff. Tim Pool, 7 to 9 p.m. Oh, at night? He talks at night? I didn't know that. Oh, is it Tom Pool or Tim Pool? I don't know Tom Pool. I'm prior military. I have a pet peeve about browsing like a third world flea market shopper with nowhere to go. Okay. Got loan approved. I should get a car because I will help me socially instead of being such a hermit. Hermit's not a bad thing. Stay out of trouble. Yeah, Tim Pool. That's him. Yeah. I think it's Poole, isn't it? I'm not sure. I'm not positive on that. Yeah, I used to watch him a little bit. So there's a lot of people I watch. I like watching a lot of different ones. It's good to stay informed. But I'm a hermit. Well, I better get ready for Bible study and get a little bite to eat before then. So I thank you all. I bless you. May the Lord keep you and be gracious to you and make his face shine upon you and give you peace, which in Israel they call it shalom, and it means, I think it means hello, goodbye, and then it also means like peace and prosperity and just blessings of every kind in your life. I pray that for you all. Thank you for coming. Oh yeah, I like Mark Dice too. Yeah, I watch him sometimes, but I don't think it's right that he lies to people. I mean, some of them, he'll tell them the truth afterwards. Oh, I was just pulling your leg. There's not really dinosaurs. But then some people like really believe that, what he's saying about things. And that could be kind of harmful to, you wouldn't build credibility that way with the brainwashed. I would want the brainwashed to come out of their haze. But I mean, to each his own. That's how he that's how he reaches people. So God bless him for it. I think any way of getting people out of their brain fog, out of this the institutional ways that we've been taught to think, it's important. So what he does is very important. So with that, I'll let you guys go. Come to Bible study if you can. Love you all.